Hey, hey. I missed y'all. Thank you, Silversight. And I don't know, Sir Magnus. I've been getting a lot of people telling me that it's just too much about like black trauma. It's not anything like substantial enough or like worthy of a conversation. So I don't know if I'm gonna watch it or not. And Shayna, I'm an assistant manager now. Yes, I am. Hey, RV. And thank you, Sir Magnus. Oh, I'm glad you guys missed me. Thank you, Simtown. Sorry for eating, I'm like starving. And thank you, Zakia. Seen worse. Interesting. What do you mean, who dis, Remy? Get out of my face. I mean, yeah, eventually I'm gonna want to go for manager, and then eventually after that, probably director, and, you know, just keep moving up. Why stop where I'm at? Thank you, Remy. Thanks, Zach. And Zach, I know you tried to get me that job, but definitely don't need it anymore. But I do appreciate you trying. And yes, it's my Zelda shirt. Why am I thinking about plotting revenge? Because I am. I'm actually in kind of a shitty mood today just because people just made today not fun, but it's not that bad. There's a lot of good news going around. But still, some people just had to shit all over my parade, you know? I'm exaggerating. It wasn't that bad. It's just, it got under my skin. And take over the story. I'm gonna take over the whole resort. I think it's all mine. The pay, I mean, I haven't started yet. I will very soon, but yes, the pay is much better. My pay wasn't terrible before, but now it's gonna be like, ooh, making some money. Thank you, Zach. How am I celebrating it? So far, I haven't. I might buy like some whiskey or some rum. Celebrate with some friends. Man, this chicken sandwich sucks. God damn it. And what happened? I don't really want to talk about it just because, I mean, I'm an assistant manager now. I have to, you know, stay professional about work, and I don't want to talk shit about other coworkers or anything, so I'm just like, it's fine. All I can say is I love my manager. Christelle, if you ever listen to this, you're the best. Ooh. Very nice, Sir Magnus. I'm happy for you. Congratulations. Hey, Jesse. Aw, sorry, Zakia. I know it's dog eat dog right now. And I already had pizza on Tuesday. I can't do it twice in 1 week. Oop. Oh shit. Alright, Zach. Tell the family I said hello. Where'd I get the chicken sandwich? Jack in the Box. So it's a hit or miss. Sometimes it's the worst, and sometimes it's like the best. No, we don't have Zaxby's out here in Vegas. I wish. I really like Zaxby's every time I go to Georgia. And Silver Sight, you know I have. Are we going on this chicken sandwich war? In my opinion, the best one is Chick-fil-A. And I know people will be mad about that, but I'm like, it's the best one. I'm sorry. The chop's the only, like, good news. But in my opinion, that's damn good news. Been waiting for that for a long time. I'm nervous though. I'm like, shit, am I ready for it? Because I'm going to a different location and it's gonna be way more intense. Like, I think I can do it, but dude, like, goddamn, it's gonna be a lot. Do you mind? Rather have a McChicken? They're okay. Thank you, Aubrey. What's up, Black and Conscious? I'm always rethinking my life decisions after Chick-fil-A. And thank you. I mean, does Chick-fil-A support anti-LGBT like coalitions and everything? Yes. Is that fucked up? Hell yes. Do they make bomb-ass chicken and chicken sandwiches? Yes. Like, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna go eat it. And I've said it before, if you think McDonald's and Popeyes and all these other places aren't anti-LGBT, you're fucking crazy. They're just not as vocal about it. Oh, thank you, Silver Sight. And yes, you do hear Scooby. He's like right underneath me, being annoying. I never feed you. Why do you think begging's gonna work? Nope. No, the new location is close. I mean, honestly, anything on the strip is gonna be like, oh, it's right there, you know? So I'm just going from one property to another. And the property I'm at is a pretty small one, and the property I'm going to is pretty much the biggest one. So I'm like, oh shit. Now, I hope I can keep up with the videos. This week I'm taking like a break because it took a lot of effort to get that position, and I'm like, alright, I need to just chill out for the week. So that's why today I'm just going to do the stream, just so I can catch you all up. Make sure, you know, I didn't forget you guys. Making meatballs. Ooh. Go for the pastrami sandwich. I love pastrami. Which Six Flags, Black and Conscious? I fucking wish I could go. Oh, nice, Jesse. What'd your friend think of it? Are you Scooby's favorite roommate? Yeah, I definitely am. Do you mind? Again, you're acting like I'm gonna give you something. When have I ever? Have I ever? No. I haven't. Aw, such a sweet boy. I'll give you love and attention, but you're not getting any food. Thank you, ND Stars. And no, I did not forget about you guys. Oh, I'm so tired. Sorry. Alright, you finished Invincible? Nice. I'm still gonna do that right after I finish Blood of Zeus, but I don't know. I'm worried that that show's gonna be just like The Boys, and if it's just like The Boys, I'll like it, but I'm not gonna love it. And I feel like everyone expects me to like go ape shit over Invincible. I'm like, I don't know. From what I've seen, it looks okay. I could be entirely wrong, but again, people are like, well, you should watch The Boys. That's amazing. And I'm like, I don't think it's amazing. I think it's good. I would put it on the same level as something like The Umbrella Academy, which a lot of people would think is like the most insane thing they've ever heard. But I'm like, I don't think it's that great. But yeah, I'm glad you guys are excited for Shadow and Bone. Although there's like a whole campaign on that poll that are now being like, come on, man, the OA. Like, it lost the vote. I'm not going to do it. Not yet, anyways. It's way better than The Boys. Are you just saying that, though? Because I swear, everything I've seen about it, I'm like, it looks just like The Boys. Like, if The Boys had aliens and furries, that looks like Invincible to me. But, you know, I guess we'll see. If any of you guys want to watch my graduation, go to the... Oh, cool. Friday at 1 p.m. I will be at work, but and if anyone is available, like, go check it out. We should all be supportive of our fellow man graduating, getting their education. For you to get to Invincible, but you will not love it because it is like The Boys. Fuck. Man, I'm just... If it's like The Boys, I'm not gonna love it. I'm just not. I was hoping you'd go live before I finish Game of Thrones so I could get post-series finale commentary, but sadly I finished it earlier today. Well, what do you mean? That means I did go live. Oh, you said before you finished it. Well, what did you think? If you're like me, you loved it all the way up until that last season, and then it just kind of... I don't know what the fuck happened there. It's not like The Boys. Is it? It looks like it is. She's disturbed by the quantum entanglement and pointed out that the other Jonas didn't know she was having his baby. Wait, what? The quantum entanglement pointed out that the other Jonas didn't know she was having his... Oh, yeah. I mean, that whole show is just like... It's beautiful and fucked up. Like, that's what makes it so good. It is in gore. I mean, I'm okay with the gore, I guess, but it depends, man. Like, if I'm just watching Omni-Man, like, fucking kill every person I like, and nobody can stop him, then, like, I'm not going to enjoy that. Like, I'm just not. It'd be like watching Game of Thrones, and Joffrey just keeps killing people all the way to the end of the fucking show. Like, even in Game of Thrones, for the three seasons that he was in it, like, that shit was rough to get through. I'm like, bro, I need to know if this dude fucking dies or not. Yeah, well, Grace liked The Boys and Invincible. Some old man yelled at me for not having a mask on at the comment, even though it broke and I had to buy a new one. Not saying that instance was racially charged. Well, I mean, that sucks that you got yelled at, but I'm glad that people are yelling at other people for the mask thing. Like, that makes more sense than yelling at people over, I don't know, other shit. But that does suck. I'm not saying, like, good, I'm glad you got yelled at. I'm just saying, like, if that's the reason, then that's a better reason than many others, you know? Raimi, if you start another fucking war against me, you out. Hey, Rogue. People like The Boys because Butcher is quirky. I like it, but it's definitely not Invincible's level. Okay. What won the vote? Plus, not a lot of people have seen the OA. Shadow and Bone won the vote. What Six Flags is near New York? Darien Lake? I know there's one in Canada close by New York. I like saying you're a top because you look like a top and you ain't. I'm just saying, I've had a pretty good nose for what shows I'm going to like and what shows I'm not going to like. And I'm telling you, I don't think I'm going to like Invincible all that much. I get a strong feeling. Aw, sorry, Rogue. I'm happy to distract you for a bit. Well, I'm fellow man is an expression, Zakia. Fellow woman, whatever. Now, Westworld, all the things on that list are going to be watched by me. Don't worry. I just needed to know which one was going up next. And y'all voted, or not y'all, but majority voted for Shadow and Bone. I was like, okay. Shadow and Bone it is. And thank you, Too Cool Dancing. Sorry, my mouth is full. Honestly, don't know how to feel about it. That's fair. Omni-Man is way more complex than Homelander. Is he? Because even a complex character who just continuously kills people that I love, I don't know if I'm gonna be into it, man. Invincible is a father-son story, but the style and violence is on the boys' level. I'm not gonna lie, father-son stuff doesn't quite do it for me either. You hit me with a good mother-son dynamic, I'm into it. A like father-daughter dynamic, I'm into it. Father-son, my own experiences have kind of tainted that forever. Invincibles is basically the boys if it actually had good guys. Maybe I'll like it then. I don't know, man. Studio Ghibli is fucking awesome. That's my thoughts on that. And I think most people here have watched Young Justice, Shayna. I think. And thank you, Align 10 Mint. What did I forget about? My mask broke, so if I broke his face, wouldn't be a good reason. Good point. Shadow and Bone was too slow for you. I mean, from what I hear, everyone is like, I've seen like 5 episodes and I'm not really into it. But anyone who's finished it is like, that was fucking awesome. And I'm like, okay. I'm fine with slow. Like, I watched fucking The Haunting of Bly Manor. Watch Dark. Like, I'm fine with slow. Spirited Away is still my favorite Studio Ghibli film. I think it's the most popular one, but I'm like, I don't care, it's the best one. I'm sorry, Lucia. I was really hungry. I couldn't wait till after the stream to eat. The second season of The Boys bored the shit out of me. See, I like the second season way better than the first season. But even then, I was like, it doesn't deserve the hype. I'm sorry, it does not deserve the hype that it gets. People like popping boners off every 2 seconds. They're like, oh my god, Homelander. Oh, The Boys is so good. Like, it's okay. It's good. Spirited Away is really good, that's why. Not gonna lie, the second... Okay, yeah. Black and Conscious, what are you sorry for? Well, Invincible has the best mother-son dynamic. Does it have the best mother-son dynamic? I highly doubt it. But if it has a mother-son dynamic, cool. Did not even watch the second season of The Boys. Well, you should. It's better than the first season. Invincible is just Young Justice with gore and shittier storylines. No offense, Black and Conscious, but I've learned to not value your opinion on movies and TV shows very much. I value you as a person, but when it comes to what you watch, I don't think we've agreed on almost anything. So, no offense. Mother Son too, but it's more about Omni-Man and his son. I know that you won't love this show, but it was a great watch for me. The voice cast is amazing. I mean, that's the main reason I still want to watch it, is the voice cast is almost all people I really, really like. And I really want to support Steven Yeun, so I'm like, I'll watch it, but I'm not gonna go fucking ape shit over it just because it's R-rated superhero stuff. Like, I think R-rated superhero stuff in general is like way overhyped. People are like, oh my god, I saw a superhero kill someone, it's crazy. I'm like, why do you want to see a superhero kill people so badly? Like, it's not that appealing to me. That's what I'm gathering, Simtown. So Invincible wasn't that good. I was thinking about watching it. I'm not saying it wasn't that good. I haven't seen it yet. I just don't think it's going to be that good. Everyone's telling me it's amazing. I'm like, I don't think it is. Like, again, I could be wrong. I'm going to go into it with an open mind, and if it impresses me, then I'll be like, okay, I was wrong. It's fucking great. But I don't think it will. I don't think it looks that good. Shut up, Jahia. And Simtown, hell no. I'm about to be an assistant manager. Like, I'm not gonna have time for fucking anything. Invincible slander is kind of making me reconsider getting a Prime account again. I'm not slandering it. I'm just saying I don't think it's gonna be good. Oh yeah, I thought WandaVision was a billion times better than The Boys. But again, I feel like the reason people don't agree with that is because they're like, well, WandaVision's like Disney and people don't die and it's not bloody and gory. I'm like, that's not what makes a show good. It's just not. Like, watch Homelander be a fucking sociopath or psychopath and brutally kill people while nobody can do anything about it, or watch a really complex character deal with emotional grief and work through their mental illness. Like, one is just way better than the other. You're probably not going to get many streams at all, Simtown. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to be really busy. Howl's Moving Castle is fantastic. It's not my favorite, but it is really good. The mom on Invincible was really going through it. You secretly spoiled something? Well, if you did, I didn't even catch it, so I think you're good. Stormfront, Stormfront was a cunt, honestly. Like, I'm not even gonna hold back on that. She was just fucking horrible. Like, I found her to be, I don't know, like, a little entertaining at times, but I personally don't understand why they went for the huge racist angle, other than, like, oh, this will be super offensive, let's do it. And I'm like, again, like, I feel like The Boys is all shock value. They're like, look how shocking and crazy this is. Like, people don't ever see this. I'm like, yeah, there's a reason, because it's not that good. It definitely does go through way too much. Don't spoil too much for me. Your opinions are shit, my opinion. Well, that's fair. We both think each other's opinions are shit. That's fair. Wholesome fact, baby elephants suck on their trunks just like when babies suck their thumb. I actually did know that. I saw a little video about it. It was cute. Stephen was amazing because he was more than what I expected. Well, I expect a lot out of him, so he might not amaze me quite as much, but I think he's a great actor, so I'm expecting a lot out of Stephen Yeun. Yeah, but the Suicide Squad is going to be directed by James Gunn, and I think James Gunn has a pretty good handle on writing a story of substance, at least having a character of substance. The R-rated aspect of it is probably going to be just like, oh, look, it's R-rated. Why? Because. I still haven't watched The Handmaid's Tale, Jesse. Now, this is your first time seeing it, David? I'm glad you like it, because I do not like it. I think it looks really bad. I can't wait for this to grow out, because I'm not a fan of this haircut. Loved Stephen Yeun, adored him in his last movie, Minotti. I still haven't seen Minotti. Oh, my back. I don't like WandaVision because I feel like it peaked, dropped in quality, and gave us a shitty finale. That's fair. I think the finale was good, but that's fair. Just when you thought Michael got busy with Cindy and is unable to walk, he has an update getting promotions. My updates have nothing to do with my personal life. If I ever do get a date on Scruff, I ain't telling you guys. I like how they expanded on the book and even had the author coordinated with the show. For what? Oh, for Invincible. That's the other thing about Invincible that makes me apprehensive. People are like, it's from the same guy who did The Walking Dead. And I'm like, I like The Walking Dead, but it's not a great story. Like, it's just not. So, I don't particularly trust Robert Kirkman to make a really well written story that I'm gonna, like, fall head over heels for. At least it's not My Dad's a Lawyer cut. Which one is that? Gray hairs and weekly skin. That is quite possible. And I'm being negative because I mean, that's how I feel, man. It's just, it does not look that good to me. I'm perfectly willing to be corrected. I was corrected on Attack on Titan. I was like, I'm not going to feel bad for Reiner. I'm not going to feel bad for him. And guess what happened? Now I feel bad for him. And everyone, I feel like all the people who shit on me too were not there to be like, haha, I told you so. They just dipped. They were like, oh, well, he's an idiot. Like, you should have waited. I do feel bad for him now. I haven't read the comics for The Boys. That could be true. I do know that Stormfront in the comics was a guy. But yeah. And King James we are, but no spoilers, please. I haven't watched it. I just am talking about how I don't think it's going to be good. And everyone's like, you're wrong. Like, I don't think I'm wrong. I don't think so. James Gunn is a one-hit wonder for me. Really? I thought the second Guardians was way better than the first one. It was one of the rare occasions where I preferred character work over plot work. Can someone explain Minotti to me? Because I have no idea what it's about. Well, that's how you should watch it. Just go into it not knowing anything. Looks like James Dean so switching. Well, that's good. Thank you. Garth Ennis Comics is pretty much trying hard to be edgy. Honestly, there's a lot of comics nowadays that are trying really hard to be edgy. Like, just make a good story. I don't give a fuck about the body count. Like, I don't. No, you're talking about Handmaid's Tale. Okay. I had to mute this whole time because everyone wants to give Invincible spoilers. I'm not. We're not. There's no spoilers I haven't seen. Everyone's just talking about, you know, like, oh, it's good, it's gory, whatever. I'm like, okay. How do you not have time for immunity use in a Mortal Kombat 2? I still haven't seen Mortal Kombat, no. The Invincible comics just want to be edgy too. I mean, it's Robert Kirkman. A lot of The Walking Dead was shock value insanity, so possibly. I mean, that's true, Raimi, but when have I ever done videos on here because it's a popular show? If that were the case, I never would have done devs, and I wouldn't be doing Blood of Zeus or Attack on Titan right now. I'd only be doing Euphoria and the Disney Plus shows and Invincible. What was the other one? Shadow and Bone. Thank you, David. First episode is a good indicator of if you'd like the series. Well, I've already seen the ending to the first episode, and I wasn't that impressed, so I don't think I'm going to like it, man. I feel nothing for Reiner. I definitely do now. Took a minute, but I do now. People praising Invincible because it was made by someone behind The Walking Dead is kind of invalid. Like, just because someone can do a pretty good, decent zombie show doesn't mean they can do a good superhero show. Yeah, that's how I feel. And I'm like, I don't know. The Walking Dead was really good, and then it was really bad. And I'm talking comics here, not the show. Like, the first 6 issues of The Walking Dead were great, and then for like 40 issues after that was unbearably boring, and then for like 60 issues after that was really good shit again, and then for about 80 issues after that was just not good. And then I actually never finished it, so I don't know if it ended on a strong note or not. But still, I'm like, I don't really have that much faith in Robert Kirkman. It was good, but it wasn't. That's what my roommate said. Wanted to show scruff matches on live. Yeah, well, things have changed. Ego was annoying me, to be honest. Well, I mean, I think he's supposed to. Sound like he needs some alcohol, maybe chill a bit. I'm very chill. I'm not gonna pretend like I think I'm gonna like this show. It's about a Korean immigrant family in the U.S. living on a small farm in Arkansas, trying to achieve the so-called American dream during the 80s. That actually does sound really good. Thought we were supporting the local theaters. I will as soon as I can do that. And the edgy thing is what I feel like they tried to do with Game of Thrones in the end, like shock value doesn't equal good content. Well, 100%. There were so many things that they were clearly leading up to, and then they didn't do that just to shock you, and it made a bad story. You're like, bro, so all the foreshadowing was bullshit? All these prophecies were bullshit? Like, it's not good writing. Give Howie a kiss for me. When do you feel The Walking Dead was at a show peak? I think in season 5. Like, everything having to do with them being on the move after the cannibals to finding Alexandria, I thought that was the best The Walking Dead ever was. And it's gotten very good again here recently, but hasn't reached that level ever again, I don't think. I mean, I kind of found the Ego character to be kind of interesting. Like, just a sentient intelligence who, like, created, you know, his own self, and his idea of, like, life and spreading that to other places is to, like, take it all over. I thought it was decent. I thought it was good. And excuse me. I love the character stuff with Yondu and Nebula and Quill and Gamora, so I thought it was really good. And it introduced us to Mantis, and I fucking love that character. I've tried that silver sight and it played the dumbest shit I've ever seen. It got it wrong. It got it very wrong. There are shows that you need to let get their footing. I've seen plenty of reactors start off really confused with WandaVision, and by the end they love the show and singing its praises. I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna only watch one episode of Invincible and then be like, I don't like it, and then just stop. I'm gonna keep watching it, but I'm just saying I think I'm gonna get to that 8th episode and still be like, I don't think so, man. Mortal Kombat was very to the point. Some cringy lines, bomb-ass fight scenes. Kano, Sub-Zero, Sonya carried. And really, I heard Sonya was like the worst character in that movie. It just gave me TV movie, enjoyable, mediocre. And it sounds like I'd like it then, to be honest. I'm like, it's based off of fucking Mortal Kombat. Like, I'm not going to see that movie for a good story. I'm going to see it for... That is a movie I'm like, I want shock value. I want gory ass fight scenes, over the top everything. I don't give a shit about the story. It's Mortal Kombat. Simtown, tell me when I should do this for you or my mom. Like, I don't have the time. When I'm done with this, I have to do a bunch of fucking paperwork for this new position. So it's like, I don't know what to tell you, dude. I tried devs and I was not into it, but it was interesting. Fair enough. I thought the show was fantastic, but yeah, that's a very slow show also. It takes a long time. One nitpick I have for the ending of Game of Thrones is how they tried to make it seem like everyone was feeding into Daenerys' pride and self-interest, if you will, all along, when what went down was nothing like that. Yeah, I agree. I mean, well, you see, I'm fine with what they did with that character. It happened so goddamn fast. Like, it made no sense how in the course of like 2 episodes she went from a righteous hero to a self-serving evil tyrant. I'm like, oh, the fuck happened there? Are the Avatar videos still gonna happen? Yes, they are. Scheduling it might be a bit of a challenge, but I'll figure it out. Pastrami sandwich, that's what's up. Off topic, Delaware might be the next state to legalize recreational use. Why is that not nationwide legal yet? That is ridiculous to me, but I'm glad that Delaware is jumping on. No, I feel you, Silversight. I feel you. I've seen several reviewers and friends that I know who have watched the movie that thought Sonya was just a wet blanket. They're like, she just constantly was like really sour about everything. I'm like, oh. The fanfic author insert is the worst part. Okay. Will you get to boss people around in this new position? Hey, your 15 is up. Get back to work. Well, we don't have 15s, but I mean, yeah, I'll be management level, so I will be able to tell people like, hey, I don't know what the fuck you think you're doing, but I need you to get back to work. Now, if they slowly started breaking her more than they already did, I could understand Danny going crazy like she did, but the way the writers went about it. No, yeah, 100%. Have you seen Kippo in the Age of Wonder Beast? I never even heard of that. No, I mean, like, I have friends who saw the movie and also said that Sonya was like a wet blanket. Haven't been here in a while. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. For the hair and the promotion, congratulations. Thank you. So wait, what is this Kippo in the Age of Wonder Beast? Or Kipo? Sonya was the serious one, so people didn't like that. I mean, she's serious in the game. Serious enough? It's not Avatar. Oh my god, I can't talk. It's not Avatar or She-Ra level good, but it's probably right below them in terms of story and character development. Well, that does sound pretty good then. Izukiya. Watched Mortal Kombat when it came out and thought it's not bad, but it's not good. It's kind of what I expected. Thank you, Heather. No, yeah. Thank you, Black and Conscious. Sony clapped back on the boys on game banter. Did she? Sony has a dry humor. I mean, yeah, I guess. I don't know if you're just specifically talking about the movie. I'm like, I don't know. I feel like in the games she was pretty quippy and everything. Even when she was played by Ronda Rousey in the newest one, she was still pretty quippy. It's about a apocalyptic world where anthro animals take over the surface and humans are forced underground. This girl has to save her community. Wait, is it like all the... I'm just gonna call them furries because that's what they fucking are. Is it like all the furries are evil and the humans are the only heroes? Or is it like both sides have good and bad? Because I don't know if I would really like it if it's just the anthro animals that are like bad guys. That seems a little lazy to me. And how are you going to piss off the furry community like that? Like, the fuck? I just started back, saw season 1, then started 2, forgot about it. It's good. It's a really good show. Okay. I liked Cassie better. Cassie was a great character. Madi, that's the next show I'm doing. That'll be the next video that comes out for you all, is Shadow and Bone. And followed by Blood of Zeus, Attack on Titan. And then the next Euphoria special. And then back to Shadow and Bone. And eventually when it comes back around the cycle, Euphoria is getting replaced with The Leftovers. Ronda Rousey can act? No, she cannot. I thought she was bad in Fast and Furious, whatever. No, yeah, she's no, she's not very good. But she played Sonya pretty well. She fit the character enough. I think Kano is more cringeworthy than Jared Leto's Suicide Squad. Is even worse than Captain Boomerang and Slipknot in that movie combined. But Kano's supposed to be like really over the top. As long as that's in line with his character, I'd be okay with that. Both sides have good and bad from what I remember. I have a terrible habit of starting shows and forgetting about them. Okay. And yes, Jesse, still very single. I mean, I'm never going to have time to date again now that I just got this position. Like, it's never going to fucking happen. And yeah, no, she cannot act. Honestly, stop caring about shows and movies. I'll never stop. There's always stuff coming out. There's always something. And it was hella over the top in MK11. I was just playing it. I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel like every game, Kano is just like insane. That's what makes him so fun. Oh, it's pretty recent. The holodeck actually does sound kind of cool. I do not like the animation style, but it looks interesting. Interesting. The only show I've watched nonstop and finished in a relatively short amount of time. I mean, it's not only were we telling you to, but it's also one of those shows where, I mean, it's really good. Like, it's one that you don't want to stop watching. Never date on this position. Management is the perfect position to date. Well, I'm just saying, like, tell me when I'm supposed to have time. Like, I'm going to be working my ass off at that. Probably off hours too. And then I have my videos for you guys. Like, when am I supposed to be dating? Like, when is the free time supposed to happen? It's like Degrassi meets How to Get Away with Murder. That honestly doesn't sound good, but sounds interesting. Planning on watching them with my dad, although he told me he already watched it. I feel like the last stream I did, everyone was like, do not watch them. Like, it's not worth it. Don't post it. But now I'm getting a lot of people saying, like, you should watch it. Should I? Might be a bad person for this, but the last few episodes of Game of Thrones had me cracking up. Really? I was just getting mad. Like, what the fuck is this bullshit? Animation style reminds me of Total Drama. Yeah, it does. I didn't like the animation for that either. It definitely does. I see it. I want to be in the shows and movies. Forget a watch. I won't stop till I'm famous. Well, good luck. Hi, Vera. Thank you. One being when Jorah just falls to the ground and goes, I'm hurt. Like, sir, we can see that you've been stabbed multiple times. He did not say I'm hurt. I don't remember that. I work in the spa industry. Partially blame my roommate for his commentary when he was watching with me. And that's definitely, like, that's not partial blame. That's all the blame. I'm top 10 highest taste levels of all time when it comes to movies. You're not. Not even close. You think I'm going to say something dumb? Well, that's your prerogative. It's part of your not high levels of taste. If you really like Euphoria, you might be interested in watching Skins. I've seen Skins. I hated it. Despised it. Every character I wanted to root for at some point did something so shitty, I was like, and now I can't root for you anymore. And then it just continued to do that over and over again. I'm like, okay, I fucking hate you now. Let's, hopefully you're a good character. And then, like, a season later, nope, you fucking suck too. What's the next one? Like, I did not like Skins. And the dad, like, pissed me off is the grossest understatement I've ever said in my life. Like, if I could physically have killed him, I would have done it. Like, I really, really despised his character. Not one time did he make me laugh. Only irritated me to the point of, like, violence. I really hated that character. It was not fun to watch. You just need to find someone to date that doesn't mind a chaotic schedule. Yeah, that shit ain't gonna happen. And I've only seen the American Skins. I didn't watch the UK one. Generation was okay. Okay. Skins was good, but I have to agree the characters were doing too much. I didn't even like it. Like, I wasn't feeling like any part of that show, to be totally honest. I haven't seen Misfits, but I know that, what's his name? The guy who played, Ramsay Bolton in, Game of Thrones. I know he was in the Misfits. Never say never. I remember watching the first couple of minutes of the UK Skins a while ago, and I just remember being really confused and shocked, but I should watch it again. How did you guys feel about the ending of Shameless? I never got to the ending. I didn't watch the last season because I was just so fucking over it. I'm like, you know what? No. I'm good. Ian, oh yeah, Ian Rion? I don't know how you pronounce it. Aubrey. Couldn't do the last 2 seasons of Shameless. Yeah, me either. I thought Shameless only had 8 seasons. Rayon? Alright, thank you. Ayo. Welcome to Miss Mojo. Today we'll be counting down top 10 worst taste levels when it comes to movies and TVs. At number 1 we have Michael. They don't start at number 1, first of all. And I'm more valid than you. I actually went to school for this shit. I know how you're supposed to write this shit. I know how you're supposed to act it. How you're supposed to film it. I have a degree. What do you got? 10 seasons of Shameless. I think I got to season 7 or 8 then, and I was like, what's a show I'm into right now? Just anything I'm watching on the channel. Like, I'm really enjoying Attack on Titan, really enjoying Blood of Zeus, really enjoying Euphoria. And hopefully I will be into Shadow and Bone as well. Watched all of Shameless, hated the last season. Well, I'm glad I didn't watch it then. Is that really pronounced Awan? I feel like that can't be right. Maybe it is. So what I was raised with, I'm the movie and TV guru. Being raised on movies ain't shit. When Lip left school, I was annoyed. I don't even remember the storylines. I just remember the youngest sister who was the redhead. I started hating her because she's like, I just want to be pregnant. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I started hating Lip because he was cool. And then at one point, I don't even remember why, but he started being a fucking asshole too. The gay brother, that was always up and down. I'm like, I kind of like you, but I kind of despise you. And then at a certain point, he was just trying to be like a fucking stripper, and he was being an asshole to his family. So I was like, all right, fuck you two then, whatever. And then Fiona just continuously made the most selfish decisions I've ever seen. And I was like, fuck you too, I guess. Shit. And the dad always made me want to kill myself. So yeah, that show was not it for me. So it is A1. That's interesting. Thank you, Shayna. When I got to season 6 of Game of Thrones, I was really shocked when I saw the last 2 seasons only had a couple episodes. Like, I didn't want the journey to be... Oh, yeah, no. The last 2 seasons both should have been 10 episodes like the other ones. Like, that was the first red flag for a lot of people. Like, oh, we're getting short seasons? That's probably not good. And it wasn't. I am Poindexter, and that is why I know everything. Oh, I kind of want to watch Yasuke too. That looks pretty cool. Hey, Angel Lover. That was because he's bipolar. Okay, and go get your fucking medication and deal with that shit. Like, a lot of us have mental illness. Like, that ain't an excuse. They all became weird versions of Frank. Honestly, they did, and that's horrible. Good representation of bipolar people. Go take your fucking medication, goddammit. He irritated me so much. Like, I could not handle him. Shameless is literally just another show to me. Well, Dad had a good character development, though. What character development? He just continued to be a shithead the whole time. Let's not forget about Monica, the deadbeat mom. I don't remember Monica. Like, at all. Can't watch Shameless, like I'm already broke. I guess I can watch myself. Fair point. What character is getting a show? Oh, Yasuke. A show I'm looking forward to that I doubt you watch is the second season of Legendary. I don't know what that is. Oh, no. Legendary's on my list, actually. I was told to watch it, and I will. I'm obsessed with slang from other decades. I've been calling people jive-ass turkeys all day. How long ago was jive-ass even, like, a thing? Was that the 70s? I mean, that's true, Jesse. It was realistic in a way, but I don't watch TV for ultra realism, or at least not all the time. Sometimes I want, like, something decent to happen at least one time. True. He didn't really change it. Which one is Kevin? Is he the youngest brother? Because the youngest brother was annoying too. I didn't think Debbie was always annoying. I liked her at first. I thought she was cute. And then, yeah, she was just like, I don't know, she lost her goddamn mind. You didn't know he was bipolar because bipolar people don't know that they are bipolar. It is okay, I know it's not as easy as get your meds now, but that's the thing. He did know he was bipolar during a very large portion of that show and chose to not deal with it. He's like, no, I'm fine. This is who I am. I'm like, fuck you, man. Like, he really bothered me, dude. Like, yeah, a lot of people don't know they're bipolar until a certain moment in their lives. But once you know, fucking deal with it, dude. It's like someone with, like, violent schizophrenia being like, oh, well, I can't control it. Like, that's just who I am. It's like, no, bitch. You know that that's a problem, so go take your medication. Learn how to be a normal fucking person. Like, it really bothers me. Like, the first season or two, when he didn't know what was going on, like, sure. Shit happens. People have things that they discover about themselves all the time. But when you know, not an excuse. I've seen some of the regular show. It's okay. Wheel of Time, I need to read those books. The only representation I've seen of bipolar people were in Shameless and Empire. Both are very questionable. I mean, I saw it in Degrassi. That was kind of questionable as well. And now we have Euphoria, which to me seems like the most realistic approach to it. Monica, Debbie, and Karen got on my nerves. I don't even know who Karen is. I believe it was the 70s. I think it was too. Clue clucking. I don't know about that. It was the 70s, alright. On your last pose in Legendary Vogue Bar on my YouTube beat. I know, that's why I was like, I know it's on the list, because you've been telling me to watch that shit over and over again. I think I'll do Pose before Legendary, but I plan on doing both. Never learn from their mistakes and keep messing up for each other, and Kevin V seemed more mature than them, but very slightly. They seemed like it, but then as the seasons went on, they seemed just as fucked as the other ones, and I was like, great. Insecure has a bipolar character. I felt like they addressed it with class, unlike 90210. Well, 90210 was like American Hollywood Degrassi, so yeah. Let me tell you all about the time God beat my ass. God beats my ass every day, I swear to God. Hey, Vasquez. I like the actor who played Ian in Gotham as the Joker. played Ian in Gotham as the Joker. I thought his name was Ian something. I like that actor, though. I think he's great. I particularly liked him in the Star Wars game that came out recently. I thought he did a good job. I didn't like Gotham even a little bit. I thought that was not good. Some of the acting in it was good in spots. I stopped watching Shameless when Debbie got pregnant by date raping a guy. Yeah. Is Insecure the show with Issa Rae? I don't know. I have heard of and I have watched BoJack Horseman. I thought it was very good. I don't think it's as good as some people say it is. People are like, it's one of like the most well-written comedies of all time. I'm like, it's well-written and it's really funny, but I don't think it's that intense, but it's good. I liked it. Just watched Adventure Time Distant Lands, the BMO one. It was so cute. Adventure Time does have its moments where you're like, oh, it's adorable. DC best character, Swamp Thing. Swamp Thing is awesome. Very misunderstood character. This much I know is true was a show about schizophrenia that broke me. Uh-oh. I'm bipolar. It's different for everyone. My bipolar mood swings hit fast and hard out of nowhere. I'll literally be so happy and I'll get depressed, anxious, angry. Yeah. And I'm sorry, but I'm definitely one of those people. I'm like, mental illness is 100% a fucked thing to deal with, and it can be very difficult. And yes, it requires a bit of patience from the people around you. But I'm also like, you can only use your mental illness as an excuse so fucking much. Like, a lot of people have mental illnesses, okay? And I'm not directing this right at you, Black and Conscious. It's the example. But it's like, yeah, we're all gonna fuck up. Sometimes it's because of our mental illness. Sometimes it's because we're shitty people. But I don't like when people use that as an excuse for every goddamn thing. They're just like, oh, well, I have depression. Like, so do I, bitch. Like, shut the fuck up. Or I'm bipolar, or I'm, whatever. It's like, yeah, it's a tough thing to deal with, but guess what? You got to deal with it. Like, do it, man. I don't want to hear the fucking excuses over and over again. That's an easy way for people to stay shitty people. Or not stay shitty people, but do shitty things and just be able to blame it on an illness, But again, it's a complicated thing. It's something you got to work through. It's something that does require patience, and it's not something you solve overnight. But it's also not something that lasts your whole goddamn life. Like, you can learn to adjust with anything. Should they make a spinoff to Dark? No. Do not. Leave it the way it is. Don't touch that show. I hated Gotham. I only watched the episode that Milo Ventimiglia from Gilmore Girls was. You mean Milo Ventimiglia from Heroes? Yeah, I know he's in Gilmore Girls. I don't think I ever even saw the one with Milo Ventimiglia. I'm gonna have to go check it out. Should they make a spin-off? Yeah, no. 90s Cartoon Network all the way right here. I wasn't into Cartoon Network when I was a kid. I like it a lot more now. Hollywood just has a problem with dealing and showing with mental health that isn't out of their glamorized box. Yeah. And then you have shows like Euphoria, which I think are doing a fantastic job at showing, like, here's this character fucking up, but here's them also trying to be better and fucking up again, but hey, they're taking some steps, or they aren't, and it's done in a realistic, reasonable way. I'm sorry, Too Cool Dancing, I'm sorry. I just didn't like it, okay? JK, the acting and writing was terrible. My friend was Firefly in Gotham, and I even had to say that I didn't stay on that show to get to her. I mean, there's a lot of people that love the show, and that's awesome. It's just, I don't think it's good. I also watched Mortal Kombat movie. It was great. Well, it was Shakespeare, but for a video game movie, it was great. Okay. That seems to be what everyone's kind of saying. They're like, it's good. It's like a bad movie, but it's good. Growing up, I was on every single medicine you think of. Can name it literally for ADHD, bipolar. But found I was better off without meds. The meds amplified my issues. Are you sure? Like, I'm pretty sure if certain meds don't work, you just got to keep trying them until you find one that will. I'm not an expert though. I'm definitely not trying to be like, you're wrong. I'm like, I don't know. It's just everything that I've learned from mental health is like, if one doesn't work, one of them will. You just got to keep trying until you find the one that does. I don't like bringing up that I'm bipolar because people bring it up against me. Fair. All my life I've heard it's not right. I've heard he's not right. He's crazy, and then I start believing it. Oh, well, yeah, that's fucked up. I feel like the new MK is overhyped. It was fine, but not a masterpiece like everyone's saying it is. I haven't heard anyone say it was a masterpiece. I've just heard a lot of people say, like, it was cool. It's just like the game. Which, that's all I want out of it. I've had anxiety for most of my life, and I have not seen many portrayals of character with anxiety that hasn't made me feel uncomfortable or made me cringe. Have I seen any with things? I feel like there's at least one character I've seen with anxiety where I was like, that's good. But I can't think of it off the top of my head, so maybe not. Gotham was kind of a trash show. It was like the network told the actors to overact at every opportunity. I mean, yeah, in some cases the overacting was cool, and it worked for the character. In some cases, I was like, okay, chill the fuck out. Dark is a masterpiece, in my opinion. The show creators are making another show on Netflix called 1899. No, yeah, I'm excited for that one. I mean, it's not a spin-off to Dark, which is why I'm like, it'll be good. Whatever they come up with next, I'm sure it'll be good. Nate not ever taking steps to becoming a better person. Well, that's one character out of a whole bunch. That's another thing I think they do well. They're like, look at this character who's not trying to be a better person, who's allowing his mental illnesses to like fucking ruin his and everyone else's lives. And then we have this character who is taking all the right steps and is trying, but they just fucked up. Now they're going to have to try again. Like, that's realistic to me. Not like Shameless, where every single fucking character, every goddamn one of them, all have issues and none of them fix them. None of them learn from them. They just all continue to be shitty people. Wishing Tales of The Walking Dead, they show Abraham and Daniel Salazar meet. What? What is Tales of The Walking Dead? My scene with Milo on Gotham is still highlighting my career, but I haven't even seen it because I didn't make it there. I mean, Milo Ventimiglia seems like a really genuinely nice guy. I could be wrong, but seems like he is. Speaking from my personal experience with medication, it really does get worse before it gets better. I understand how it's hard, how people can't push through and keep taking them. Yeah, I've heard that as well from a couple of my friends who have suffered from depression, where they tried meds, and for like the first month or two, it just seemed like it was getting worse and worse, and then eventually it leveled out, and they're doing great now. And yeah, getting through those months though where it's getting worse, like that's rough, man. I'm also doing a Ghost in the Shell show rewatch. That's a good. Wait. Oh, okay. Solid. Had a bad effect for me. I went through maybe 200 types of medications, especially when I was little, and it made me crazy. I feel like going on meds when you're really young though, like that's gotta be tough to pinpoint something that's going to help. Like, your brain doesn't stop developing and changing until, I mean, depending on your gender, like either like mid-20s or early 20s. I love that Euphoria showed that, and Shameless, they, like you said, never do better. They never grow. I agree. They just continue to get worse and expect you to enjoy the shit show, and I didn't. Euphoria, I'm like, fuck. They just fucked it up. Let's see how they try to make it better. And then they try. And sometimes succeed, sometimes don't. That little baby hospital is the type where you're acting up, they'll put in. Well, I figured that's what you meant. Milo's one of the sweetest people ever. It was a ball scene, and at 3 in the morning, everyone was excited. Aww. That warms my heart. I'm glad to know that Milo Ventimiglia is a cool guy. And 5-4 of Fear, Daniel has the... What is the Habano? I feel like Euphoria did it right compared to 13 Reasons Why. Don't even bring up 13 Reasons Why. That is the dumbest fucking show. That's worse than Shameless. That is just... 13 Reasons Why is so irritating. Like, there's not a single character in that show. They are all caricatures. Like, the shitty evil jock, the quirky quiet girl, the average all-American regular guy. Like, there is no nuance to that show. I fucking despise 13 Reasons Why. I always have fights with my dad whenever I have anxiety attacks. When I have anxiety attacks, I am so far away from other people. Like, I distance myself unbelievably when I have an anxiety attack. I'm like, oh shit, I gotta get away from everybody. It started at 6. It did not stop fully until 16. I tried meds again for my anxiety and it kind of worked, but it just ended up stopping. I don't know why. You gotta keep at it. I was gonna go on medication for my anxiety, but I found like more, I don't know, not natural ways, but I was able to kind of get over my anxiety myself. And I think that proves that it was a more mild case of anxiety than it is for a lot of people. Besides, mental health science has improved greatly from years ago. And that's true. Like, it's not even just like, oh, compared to the 50s to now, we're so much better. It's like, compared to 2000, we're so much better now. So, yeah, always worth revisiting. Aw, that's so cute. I still haven't seen This Is Us. I heard it's a show that's going to make you cry, and then cry some more. Yeah, and I know he's short. He's like 5'6" or 5'5" or something. Are you going to check out The Nevers? It's on the list. That sounds like characters from The Breakfast Club. I mean, that is a good point, but I will argue The Breakfast Club is what created those cliches. Like, maybe not the very, very first movie, but it was... Actually, I would argue it is. Like, that's the first movie to create those caricatures. So in that movie, yeah, they're characters. Like, and they also all have really good character development throughout the movie, which makes them very different from 13 Reasons Why. But yeah, that's what started it. Like, that's the original caricature that other movies and TV shows have now all copied. So Breakfast Club gets a pass. Like, it's the one that created that. Bono is a cigarette. I don't know how it's named. I don't speak English. I don't know. I'm like, I haven't even watched Fear the Walking Dead. I've seen the first 2 seasons, and I was like, it's not that great. Would you mind sharing about your mental health if you're comfortable? I mean, sure. I'm clinically diagnosed with anxiety and depression, which for the most part I've done really well. Like, dealing with and normalizing, you know, making it a part of your everyday life where it doesn't control your everyday life. And I might be ADHD as well, but I've just never been diagnosed for it. And my ADHD is bad, and it gets so bad. Well, you should definitely take care of it if it's getting bad. This Is Us definitely won't make you cry. And that's what I hear. Well, if you think it's your biggest problem, then, you know, go take care of it. Try to figure it all out. Isn't Grease the first? Did Grease come out before The Breakfast Club? Let me look it up. Why did I type The Grease? The fuck is wrong with me? Okay, so Grease. Oh, I think it is before, because that's 1978, and Breakfast Club is the 80s, I'm pretty positive. Yeah, Breakfast Club is 1985. Well, that means Grease created the... Well, I don't know. There's, I guess, the cool guy is like the caricature that Grease came up with. There's only one cool guy who hates society in Breakfast Club, and then you have, you know, the goody two shoes perfect student and the nerd and the artsy quiet girl. You know, like I feel like it has more nuance than Grease, but I'm also maybe a little biased because I don't like Grease. I never really have. My anxiety gradually got better as I grew older because I learned to reel myself in when I'm panicking and think of more reasonable things. Yeah, that's definitely something I've learned to do as well. So far it's pretty great, but it's sort of like most Joss Whedon show. Wait, The Nevers is a Joss Whedon show? Because if that's true, I think I'm going to have to pass on it. Breakfast Club really influenced a lot. How many shows have done a Breakfast Club episode? Exactly. Heard of Westworld? I have, and that almost won the poll, so that was almost the next show that I was going to watch. But I will be watching it at some point. It'll probably be next, considering it got so many votes on this last poll. All good, just in time. Glad you stopped by. Happy Days came out in the 70s, plus there was Archie comic. What the fuck is this thing doing? Hallelujah. Sorry about that. Clicks is established in Greece, but the names tropes of Clicks was really honed in with Breakfast Club and Heathers. Yeah, I agree. My biggest problems are with anxiety and PTSD. Had to get under a psychiatrist and group therapy. Thankfully, we found the right combo of meds, coping skills, and I'm doing so much better. Good. I'm glad. See, that's what I mean, though, about like characters or people in general who have mental illness and then just use that as an excuse to be like, oh, well, I have all these traumas in my life and all these fucked up things with my brain that, you know, I can't control what an asshole I am. It's like, yeah, you can actually. Like, go get therapy. Try some meds. Like, I know there's stigmas around it, but there shouldn't be. Like, you should do what's going to help you. The Nevers was created by Eos, but he stepped down and has nothing to do with the show. Okay, well, I guess I'll give it a go. I don't know why, but I always thought until recently that Grease was like 20 years older than it actually is. For some reason, I thought it was an 80s movie, not a 70s movie. I have heard of Love, Death, and Robots, and I do want to watch it. Thandie Newton deserved all the awards she won for that show. I mean, I'm excited to watch it. I'll rewatch the stream later to learn about the promotion. Oh, okay. I agree, give Thandie Newton all the awards. Love, Death, and Robots is easy to watch for it's like 15 minutes an episode. If I do that for the channel, I'm probably going to have to watch like 2 episodes for one reaction review, just because that's short, man. Thandie deserved even more awards than she got for Westworld. Finally, she was a part of something that was at her level. You guys are hyping it up. I was diagnosed with PTSD and GERD. My medical card was, I know it's not really pronounced GERD, but I keep thinking of the, what is it called? The H3H3 podcast where they all were like, I've got GERD. GERD gang. My medical card has helped me so much with my intrusive thoughts and nausea. That's good. Yeah, GERD seems like... I'm sorry, I can't stop calling it that. It seems like such a hassle, dude. To just constantly have like your stomach and your like stomach acid be against you. Similar to oh shit, what's it called? Does anyone know what the disorder is called? It's also a stomach problem where people suffer like pretty severe nausea. You can't eat like spicy foods or sodas because it's like going to upset your stomach too much. I can't remember the name of it. I had a friend in high school that had that. Greece was set in the 1950s, so it makes someone... Oh, okay, that's a good point. Tandaway? Tandaway? Tandiway? You don't pronounce the H? Westworld, since season 1 finale gets so bad. Don't know what happened with the writers. I've heard people say that, but I've also heard people say that it's very good. And thank you too, Cool Dancing. I think Westworld is overrated, but Tandaway? It's great. IBS, thank you. That is it. Acid reflux. Well, I mean, that's something that my roommate has, but no, IBS was definitely the one I was thinking of. Castlevania final season in 2 weeks. There ain't no way I'm gonna be able to watch it in time. Like, there's so much other shit. That'll be something I watch probably like a year or two from now. What do you mean I should apply for The Circle season 3? What is The Circle? I just got a promotion. I can't do it. Dials up the drama with a cutthroat round of true confessions. Strategic competition series. The players must choose whether to be themselves or other people. I can't do that shit, man. Like, I'm a decent actor, but to hold on to that level of like pretending to be someone else, like that's just hard. If we arguing and you allergic to peanuts, I'm blowing peanut dust in your face. I'm not allergic to peanuts, so you'll have to come up with something else. Tandaway is her any name, but it got misspelled in a movie and she rolled with it. Oh, really? Tandiway? I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of hard to say, but I will say it right. Tandiway. Tandiway? It sounds like Candyway. The Circle is so much better than it should be. I've never even heard of it, but maybe I'll watch a little bit of it now. Westworld was overrated, but you'll be the judge of that. Yes, I will. I did know that Aaron Paul was in the 3rd season of Westworld. I have no idea what for. See you later, Shanna. By the way, this stream is going to end here in probably like 5 minutes because I got a lot of shit I gotta do. Just finished watching season 1 of Snowpiercer. It's so good. Is it though? Like, I don't want to watch it. I like the movie too much. Me either, Aubrey. I'm like, what did you do? Tell your boss, like, hey, I'm going to be on a reality show for a little while? Many of my bosses would be like, okay, well, you won't have a job when you come back. It's like, that seems interesting. What you allergic to? Please say red dye. I'm not allergic to anything, so I'm allergic to like pollen. That's not gonna kill me. It's just gonna give me like a headache or something. Reality show is big money. Is it though? They take so much of those prize winnings in taxes. Like, you normally don't even get half of the prize money. Like SpongeBob said, cleanliness is next to me. Did he really say managerialist? Managerialistness? I don't remember that quote. Yes, it does dress in time. Like, this is why some people say I'm blonde and some people say I have brown hair. 100% I have brown hair, but yeah, in certain lights it can look kind of lighter. And people are like, "Oh, you're like dirty blonde." I'm like, no, but see where you're coming from. Heard Wayward Pines. What about Wayward Pines? Does Vegas even have a lot of pollen during allergy season? Fuck yes, it does. Yes. Because it all blows in from California or from Arizona, where they have a lot more plants than we do. But yes, we get allergies during allergy season pretty fucking bad. I think most reality shows people make money if they come up with a catchphrase. Why? You definitely get more money from the publicity you get. That's true. I didn't really think about that. Someone did a thesis on that, and more reality show contestants double their net worth after. Well, I guess that's kind of worth it. What color was your hair younger? Well, when I was like really young, like from being born to like 5, I had like blonde hair, and then it got darker. So by the time I was like 7, it was about this color. Good night, Reggie. Are you a Stephen King fan? I am. I think a lot of his work is very creative. I actually enjoy it quite a bit. Him as a person, that's another story, but I think his work is really good. If you ever do a movie reaction, I would love to see your reaction would be to Little Shop of Horrors. Well, I've seen the play, like in real life, so I don't think I would ever do that. I liked Little Shop of Horrors. I thought it was really funny. And I'll have to take a look at Wayward Pines at some point. Oh, God. Granted, most reality show contestants are either hardworking or straight out hustlers. They have that got-to attitude. Yeah, that's true. Maybe going to Vegas in a couple weeks. Oh, nice. Do you still need plans on what to do? Wayward Pines first season is so good. Season 2, just imagine never exists. Does everyone say that about like every show I'm going to watch? I've learned it's very important to separate the artist from the art. In some cases, yes. In Kevin Spacey's case, no, fuck him. In Gina Carano's case, I wanted to, but nah, fuck her. Learned it's very important to separate. Yeah, Michael and Justin stream. Like, bro, I'm not gonna have time. Like, I'm happy to give out suggestions, but I'm not gonna have time for shit. I have my trip to Ohio in June. That's like the only free time I'm gonna get, and I'm spending all that free time all on me. No, yeah, sure. Well, for Vegas, I mean, there's so much to do in Vegas. Gamble a little bit. Don't go crazy, though. You're going to lose. But you might win a little bit if you take it easy. That's always fun. I recommend the nightclub at the Cromwell. That one's actually really fun. I think Dr. Dre either made it or plays there or something. I don't really know. Twin Peaks I didn't like. I thought it was not good, but a lot of people swear and love that show, so I'd give it a try, but I didn't like it. What else is there to do in Vegas? I mean, go to any of the spas at any of the resorts, like on the Strip, because you're going to get a bomb-ass massage, and the spa facilities at most of the places are really good. What could I do in Vegas not being 21 yet? Well, there's the Adventure Dome, which I don't think is that great, but it's okay. There's all the restaurants, which are fucking awesome. Like, Vegas has got good food. You could do the zip line by Fremont Street, which is really fun. You could go to the Stratosphere. There's a restaurant up there that's really, really nice, and there's also all the rides at the very top. I think there's a couple Cirque shows that are either 18 and up or like 16 and up, and pretty much all of the Cirque shows are really fucking good. You just wouldn't be able to go to something like Zoomanity because that's like hard 21 or over, because that one's very sexual. COVID can really go straight to hell because literally everything I planned on doing was supposed to happen this summer. Hey, you can still do it this summer. Might have to wear a mask while doing it, but there's a lot of shit that's opening up again. Twin Peaks seems like a religion. Kind of, yeah. It's almost on the same level of like Doctor Who in terms of its fandom. Oh yeah, Castle Rock. I need to check it out. Are nightclubs open yet? Heard that the county hasn't opened that stuff yet. Nightclubs not at this very moment, but in a couple weeks it might be. Like, it's all opening so fucking fast. Like, a couple weeks ago we weren't allowed to have any like spa amenities open, just the services, but now they're like, all right, you're good to go, and it just fucking happened like out of nowhere. So you're good. Spas on the list? Fuck no, all the spas are open. What the hell are you talking about? All the spa amenities are open now too. Like, there's nothing at the spa that's not open. I'm trying to push through the second season of The Leftovers. Well, I haven't even started the first. Is it weird that I hate messages? They hurt so bad. What are you talking about? Like everything else, I think Castle Rock Season 2 is better than Season 1. Stephen King Under the Dime series is pretty good. Also, Lacey? What is that? Heard the Cirque shows are just starting to open. Yeah, we're getting some of them to come back now. Very slowly. I'm not sure on the opening dates, though. All of them, pretty much everything now has been like, all right, it's going to reopen very soon. And we're like, when? And they're like, soon. And I think they mean it. Like, it probably will be soon. We're just not given a date. Nice, David. And yeah, it's been nice hanging out with my vaccinated friends. Oh, massages. You got a bad massage then. Like, I'm telling you, you get a massage on the Strip, you're gonna be in heaven. Like, they are so good at what they do. And every one of the properties that my corporation is part of, we have custom massages. So you literally just tell the massage therapist, like, hey, I don't get many massages. I just want to relax and I want to feel good. They'll be like, okay, Swedish massage, light pressure, you're good. And you will have a fucking awesome massage. But if you're someone that doesn't get massages and you go to a massage place and they are just like, or we'll give you a deep tissue, like, you don't want a fucking deep tissue massage. Like, deep tissue isn't meant to be relaxing or feel good. It's meant to work out knots and like problem areas on your body. A Swedish massage is supposed to feel good and be relaxing, and it's not meant to do nearly as much work as a deep tissue massage. So if you're like an athlete and you're just knotted up and you feel terrible, you want a deep tissue. It's not going to feel great, but it'll make you feel better in like a day or two. But if you're just a regular old person, you're stressed out, you're tired, you want to go get your first massage, don't do deep tissue. Don't do that. Get a Swedish or a custom and tell them exactly where you're at, and it'll feel good. Just got my second, that's why I'm going to Vegas. Oh, nice. I mean, you can't pass episode 1. You gotta at least watch one episode. Poke here for what? My melatonin just kicked in, so I'm gonna head out. Good night. Black Summer is. Oh, I like Black Summer a lot, actually. I saw most of the reviews for that show were like, it's not that good. I'm like, I thought that show was fucking awesome. That shit was intense. I think that was really intense. If I ever go to Vegas, I'll need to ask you about spa treatments. I'm like, just ask me about it now. I can, like, when it comes to spas and salons, like, I'm your fucking guy. Like, I know that shit. I've been working in that industry for a while now. And anyone who's like, I never got a massage before, does a hot stone hurt? No. Like, hot stones are not meant to be scalding hot. They're supposed to be really warm and feel really good. If it's hot to the point where it hurts, tell your therapist, be like, it's too hot. Can you take it off? And then they'll take it off, let it cool down, and then they'll try it again. When I take melatonin, I have bad dreams. I can't. Yeah, I do too, actually. That's why I don't do melatonin. Diago, don't tell people that. Let people figure it out. I'm watching that show on my channel, so we'll see if I like it or not. But all right, let's wrap this up, everybody. Any final questions or closing statements before I take off? I got so much paperwork to do. You gotta at least watch one full episode before you say, nah, fuck it. I still say you should watch one full season, but I know for some people that's asking a lot. Love The Leftovers, but it's a character study and it can be slow but interesting. I'm cool with a character study, as long as it's not all character study. Good night. Like, this is what I'm talking about, man. This haircut fucking sucks. Y'all are really nice about it, but, like, this is not supposed to be cut up this high up on my head. The fade was supposed to be, like, down here. I don't like it. You've seen episode... You just said you didn't finish episode 1 because it was bad. Need to do more promotion celebration. I mean, I will. I just gotta get my shit together first. Good night, too cool. And thank you, just in time. I am as well. I think once you watch The Leftovers, you'll see what we were talking about. I mean, I might, but again, I'm gonna continue the show. I never watched just one episode. Good night, good night. All right. I'm peacing out, everybody. I thank you all for stopping in. I'll try to do another stream. I don't want to promise a stream, honestly. Like, I'm so fucking busy. But videos are coming this week. I'm not doing any until at least Tuesday or Wednesday. But once they get going, I'm gonna, start rolling them out for everybody. So yeah. I will see you all later. Thank you again for stopping in. Good night, good night, good night. Bye. And that is about